What's up everybody, Brett here, and we are back with our Kingdom Rush Frontiers Let's Play. And let's see, picking up where we left off last time, off camera I went ahead and did the Heroic Mode Challenge for Ember Spike Depths. And I'm going to be real with you, my strategy, all I had to do to beat this was to build mass battle mechas and just like one tier 1 barracks in each lane. And I was able to beat it just by upgrading the missiles. Felt really cheesy, not how I like to play. But I did it mostly just to level up Karkinos here, who is going to be a new hero for us. And we were able to max out 2 of his abilities, the shoulder cannon that shoots watery glue that deals 70 damage and slows. So it's a nice little AoE damaging slow, and burrow. So he should be much faster. When you first get him, he's like slow as a turtle. But when you level this up all the way and he goes underground, he's actually quite fast. And then we have his pincer attack, which may actually be his best move because it's an AoE that does decent damage. Iron pincer, which gives him, we've given him plus 10 points of attack damage. And then battle hardened, 2 levels of that. So if his health is below 40%, he has a 65% chance of becoming invulnerable for 4 seconds. So very good. And I wanted to level him up specifically because I wanted to do the pirate underwater themed maps here that unlocked. They are super fun. Whenever I think of this game, these are kind of the levels that I remember almost as vividly as some of the big ones from the main story. I love these maps. Port Tortuga, you'll recognize that name if you like the Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's go ahead and read the campaign blurb. So for the past few weeks, sailors and fishermen have raised the alarm regarding eerie disappearances. Ships and people have been reported missing, vanishing mysteriously in nearby waters. Our Port Tortuga garrison in the Pirate Islands is requesting our aid. We are still unsure of who or what is behind the disappearances, but our coastal villages are in danger, and our king is asking you to lead a small, rapid response fleet to get to the bottom of this new menace. Alright, let's jump on in. So if I remember correctly, only 2 of our heroes can swim in the water. And I think he's one of them. Karkinos is one of them. So check out this awesome little comic. Little knight footman goes surfing while the knight's taking a sunbathe. So another fine morning at the beach, huh? Like yesterday and the day before. Anything to report? Nope. We were lucky to be assigned to the island guard. Possibly, and then you look in the water and you see here like Naga. So for those of you who like Warcraft, these look very much like old school Naga from Warcraft 3. You'll even see some like sharks and things in the background. So some new unique enemies and some really cool towers. Let's see if he can swim in the water. He cannot. Okay, so he can burrow underground, but he can't swim. Interesting. Never retreat, never surrender. Okay, well that changes things a little bit, but I still wanted to showcase him as a hero, so we're going to use him for sure, and maybe switch out to Captain Blackthorn in the next level, assuming we can beat this one, but we should be able to. So you'll notice already, we have 2 exits here. One of them is in this kind of riverbed location, and the other is more of a standard spot. This map has a ton of unique things, some of which I'm already well aware of just because I somewhat remember these maps. So we're getting our old school Sandhounds, Warhounds, Dune Raiders, Desert Thugs, right? But we have to be very wary of all of these different waterways. I mean, the game didn't stick a tower out here for nothing, right? And it also gave us 2 of these. So they're pirate watchtowers. They have great range. They attack very slow, but they have very good damage. So we can improve their attack speed, rapid reload, or we could get parrot bomber, so it trains 1 parrot to deliver bombs that deal 20 to 40 damage. It says Polly wants a cracker. It's very expensive, as you can see, but it gives this tower a nice AoE, and I think we can get 2 of them, and they do decent damage. Okay, and so we also have this. So you'll remember the Corsair from some of the earlier maps that had this kind of mercenary location, but this is a new guy. It's the Boatswain. I think that's how you pronounce that. But these sea dogs can really stand their ground while delivering major ownage to the battlefield. So they're just kind of tough tank characters. And these are just more cheaper, kind of expendable guys. But either way, for those of you not familiar, if we buy these dudes and they die, we have to buy them again. They're not like our barracks where we can just keep retraining. Okay. Things to be aware of. This is our exit. This is our exit. We need to block both kind of ASAP. And we want to do it. Let's try this. Something like that. And if we're going to be aware of the waterways, we want to have... So it's a very unique map visually because it's like... It's easy to forget that these are lanes. We need to consider these as lanes. So putting something like a crossbow fort here, it'll hit this lane, here, and here. So, I mean, you could see that right off the bat just being a pretty decent spot for us. I also wouldn't mind upgrading these pirate watchtowers. They're very good. And if we're going to get these guys, then we want to support them. These boatswains, which I think if we're going to get any of them, we want to get the boatswains. Then we want to give them some cheap fodder units to stand in front of them. So, when I go through my thinking, a few of the things that I look for is like, first, where do I need my choke points to be? So where do my barracks have to go? Then it's kind of like, where's the most powerful position for me to place a Dwarven Bombard? And I think we found it. I think this is it. And this could end up being our dwarf position to hit them as they're in the water. And I'm not sure if we can hit them in the water, but I think we can. And it'll hit them as they walk this way and this way. And this would probably also be a nice position for that. Very interesting. This is a very interesting level. Let's try that. I think honestly we build a second barracks here. Something like that. And then perhaps this could be something more like a crossbow fort. We still have 155. We can get something else. Perhaps we just increase the reload speed there and see what that gets us. Like that he says savvy.
Never retreat. Never. I am Karkinos.
Total whiff there on his ability. But there you go. There's his like robotic arm that he shoots out. So obviously the land-based enemies are going to try and go here, and the water-based enemies will probably try and run down this way. But I think we've got a decent hold on them. Just really need to pay attention to things like resistances. We need to expect those Naga enemies that were in the little cartoon. And as soon as we see them for the first time, we really need to understand what their strengths and weaknesses are. So here we have something. Let's upgrade this twice. This is a gunboat. And it's going to rain fire down on us until we kill it. So I think we actually need to drop some fire on it. Yeah, and it totally wiped our back line. Can we stop this? I think we can. It's also going to make buying these mercenaries very dangerous if the gunboat can kill it. We need a way to take out the gunboat really as soon as it spawns. And we can get a parrot to start dropping some bombs for us. A nice AoE. So here we go, the green fins. They're going to be the first one of these types of enemies that we see. We'll drop some fire. Let's check it out. New enemy, green fins. Vicious fish-like hunters that stalk the shores for human prey. So they can throw nets and they have fast speed. They're going to be able to net down our guys. Oh, and you see that green aura that was on Karkinos. He went invulnerable for a bit. And he actually just leveled at the perfect moment to keep fighting for us. And I think we honestly want to rush this upgrade here, as expensive as it is. So they have no armor, low attack, decent HP. So we don't have to worry about things like magic resistance with them. But we do need to worry about getting ourselves somewhat sniped out by these archers here. And there's that gunboat again. Drop some fire. See if we can shoot at it with our archers. It has 800 HP, low armor. But we took it out before it did too much damage. Some more green fins from different locations. And let's drop fire. We got to take out these immortals. They're heavily armored. And we also have to get Karkinos away from all of these archers. And I think we need to start prioritizing some of these towers getting upgraded. So the archers are going to try and clear us out while the green fins try and rush down the riverbank. Alright, we're doing fine, we're holding. This thing again. Wow, they actually killed us. Alright, gunboat down. Let's do that. And do this. And there we go. Karkinos is back up. Calling early. But yeah, I just wanted to use him because I felt like it was thematic to have him fighting Naga. Seems like a thing he would do. So it is pretty cool that he does kind of harass them as they approach. Oh no, we're gonna leak. No, we leaked one. Okay, one Naga down. Let's get another parrot. That'll help us kill these earlier. We can also get a battle mecha here. Yeah, glad we doubled up here on the barracks. We have them spread out just enough so that those gunboats don't just pick us apart. Okay, so another new enemy, a red spine. The chosen of Leviathan. These elite warriors lead lesser greenfin into battle. So they have a ranged attack. They can throw spears at us. Heavy armor and average speed. Interesting. So we'll take advantage of their lack of resistances. They just seem to have a big HP pool. So 1360 is pretty large as far as that goes. He's becoming vulnerable, but he still needs some heal. We can get one battle mecha right now, and that'll help us with all of this. It'll help clear the green fins that are coming through the water, and it'll also help greatly with the archers who are trying to clear out our barracks units. I think we just keep summoning early. Let's bring our hero back into the fight. And we certainly want to get the wasp missiles. Oh, they're also going around our backs now. So we do not want to stack them on top of each other. We want our barracks units here, and we can get the boat swains. Let's check them out. 600 HP, 20 to 40 damage, no armor, but they have big HP pools, which I think is the whole thing. So they're going to be our back line, holding it down for us. And we definitely want to get something right here that can shoot those gunboats for us. Let's drop some fire. Here comes the gunboat. In just a moment here, we should have our crossbow fort. Sink 5 enemy gunboats in the Navy. Okay, cool. I think here we can get some tribal axe throwers. And probably some, maybe an Archmage tower. I think that'll be fine. Okay, good. We didn't, it looked for a second like we lost one of our boatswains. Which would be bad. Because they are very expensive. But I did want to show them off to you guys. Because they're pretty cool little dudes. One of them is named Sparrow. But I think it's time. We need to bring our hero back here. And we need to upgrade, get some knights. We're going to leak again. Are you serious? Right as I use all my abilities, we leak one dude. I'm not too worried about it. I think we'll still get 3 stars on 18, I believe. So Black Surge, another new enemy, and I remember these dudes being very annoying. These armored abyssal devils wield ancient magics from the ocean's depths. So heavy armor, they can disable your towers, and they're invulnerable inside their shells. So check these dudes out. They are really, really annoying. We should have had Karkinos back here. This area is pretty secure, especially once we get the wasp missiles. And we honestly should have had a dwarf tower already in place. So here he is, he's sitting in his shell paddling, that's awesome. And there you go, so he's disabled one of our towers. And you kind of just want to kill them as soon as you see them. And now he's invulnerable and he's healing super fast. So not good. There are missiles. Let's see if we can't take him out. Yeah, it would be nice if we had our axe thrower here instead, or in addition to, because then we could use our silences to take them out. They're very difficult. Not so much on this map, but in the ones coming up, they get quite tough to take out. I think there we're going to get another necromancy tower. And the more the mage towers that we do get, the more damage that they do. That's something that's important to remember. Also, every upgrade of a mage tower is just a huge damage increase. And we leaked a little bit, but I actually don't feel too bad, because I think we've called every single wave early. There he is, little butt. So let's use we'll get a totem there, see if that helps us take him out. But yeah, they really mess up a lot of our towers at once. I mean, look at all the towers that just don't do anything now because they're here. And they can just invulnerability their way past our back line, which is just nuts. So we need to burst him down. We don't have fire yet, and all of our towers are getting locked. Drop it, drop it. We gotta get these kills. Oh, and they go invulnerable. God, that sucks. I wonder if the tornadoes would do well against them. We can't even upgrade our towers, which is the really crappy part. Oh my god. Let me upgrade my towers, man. And And we lost one of our big boys here. Oh my, see how like brutal this is, not being able to do anything with our towers not being able to attack. You have to kill them quickly. One more of them just went down. But we're gonna end up leaking here, which just sucks. Damn. So the first time I've done this in a long time, I'm actually kind of excited that it's a challenge. And I'm not just running over it. But we really need to think about like the strength of our back line. And even potentially just honestly using a different character. So that was the last wave. So I'm thinking to myself what we could do differently. So because they lock down the towers and make them completely ineffective, I think one of the ways that could be good for dealing with them is honestly getting some really resistant assassins. The assassins should have no problem dealing with them with their counterattacks and things. They do have really high armor, but that's what the assassins are pretty good at dealing with. Like that. So they're just not going to die. And yeah, there's the big attack. So 2 stars, that feels bad. But we knocked it out. And we'll definitely come back and get 3 stars on this. Did we get 1 or 2 levels? I think we leveled up twice, which is nice. So boom, boom. Call that done. Of course, we don't need the stars. The stars is not where it's at anymore. The Storm Atoll. Very cool level. But I really want to use Captain Blackthorn, because if I remember correctly, I know in the mobile version you can put him in the water. He gets out in a little boat.
Where be the treasure?
Let's try him. Yeah, we'll try him. I think we'll do this in the next episode, guys. We'll keep this episode short today. In my free time, I'll go back and just knock this out. I'll get 3 stars. Probably the next time I do it. I just don't think it's all that great to do it on camera. Well, what I really need to figure out is the best way for this level to deal with those the Black Surge dudes, and to knock them out before they become a problem. And I think I just need to tweak my build a little bit to make sure that certain towers are in better places. We have to silence them, I think. And we're going to need more axe thrower towers and less crossbow forts. I think that'll be the answer. As well as making sure we have a crossbow fort in that top position to shoot the gunboats as soon as they come out. Very similar to this level here, the Makwa Urku. We constantly put our crossbow fort like right here, so that as soon as the chieftain came out with the woman to throw into the volcano, we just shot him. And he never got to use the mechanic of throwing, volcanic rocks onto our lines. I think that's exactly what we need to do with this level in order to beat it. But anyway, next time we do it, we're going to do it with Captain Blackthorn. Yeah, I see no reason to switch to anyone else. Or maybe we'll jump into one of these different maps and use one of the newer heroes. I'm kind of feeling doing the first level of the zombie, the Bonesburg, and then taking Dante. Yeah, let's do that. So before we get to that, let's go ahead and look at his skills. 375 health, no armor, decent attack damage, and I imagine, of course, he's a ranged hero. So that's really good for a ranged hero, and he's fast. So we have 13 points to put into his skills. So Akimbo style draws his 2 guns and makes 4 rapid shots that deal 40 damage each. That seems really good. Takes aim and shoots a silver bullet that deals 140 true damage. That's also very good. It ignores all types of resistances and just will guarantee that it does a lot of damage. And if we upgrade this all the way, it'll be very good at taking out really high tier enemies. So Holy Grenade throws a bottle of holy water, silencing an enemy spellcaster for 5 seconds. That might have been good in that last level. Relic of Power unleashes the power of a holy relic, destroying 25% of an enemy's resistances. Okay, So I could see him being very good against like the shaman maps and just crushing them by silencing them, and then whatever resistances they have, getting rid of it. And then Beacon of Light. Dante's presence, even while dead, blesses nearby allies, granting them 25% extra damage. So that's all pretty cool. I think I'm going to take this plus perhaps a silver bullet and call that good. We'll select it, and we'll count on doing this in the next episode. So next episode, Brownsburg, Port Tortuga. I'm going to knock out 3 stars in my free time, and then very soon we'll go into the Storm Atoll, which has this light tower thing here, which gives a very unique set of abilities that really change the dynamic of this map. So I can't wait to show that to you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. I hope you enjoyed this video. And guys, subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you did like it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.